Hello people of the internet, you are tuning in not so live to my series of movie reviews, the final one, and today I am going to be reviewing one of my favorite movies of all time, Shaun of the Dead. For those of you who don't know Shaun of the Dead, to give you a nice comparison that you'll understand, is that it was the movie that kind of inspired Zombieland, the popular American one. Shaun of the Dead is a British film, which makes it a little bit weird. I don't like any foreign film, be it from anywhere else. I mean, it's not like I don't like them, but there is that edge that you can't really get rid of. The difference of theme and sense of humor. But it's basically meant to be a horror comedy. Sort of. It's called Shaun of the Dead, but it's not really a parody of Dawn of the Dead like you would kind of expect. It's not like some scary movie type deal. It's a completely original zombie movie that just happens to be also pretty funny. I believe the tagline is just your average romantic comedy with zombies. So, what do I have to say about this movie? In terms of balancing out the different aspects of it, in terms of humor, it's no scary movie. In terms of scariness, it's no Night of the Living Dead. In terms of gore, it's no Dead Alive. It's not really an extreme in any factor. It's just a perfectly balanced film. I mean, there are parts that make you laugh, but there's never any competition between scenes. I don't know how to describe this really, but like a lot of times in movies like that, there's scenes where you don't know whether it's supposed to be funny or whether it's supposed to be serious, and so it kind of confuses you. This movie, the serious moments and the funny moments are very distinct, and I love that about this film. You always know kind of when to laugh, where the punchlines are, without it being too slap you in the face, and it's a very well-balanced, subtle film. They have a lot of, if you listen to the commentaries, this is one of the few films of this type where the commentaries are actually really good. I don't know whether I have to describe what a commentary is. If you don't know what a commentary is, you're stupid. Or you're normal, because normal people don't listen to the commentaries. But they tell you how there's all these hints towards how these people... For one thing, pretty much everybody you see in this movie becomes a zombie at some point. I mean, other than some of the lead characters, I'm not going to spoil that for you. But if you see a person like wandering on the streets or something, or in the opening credits especially, they're going to be a zombie later. And it's pretty easy to point out or to see it if you've seen the show more than once or twice. The special effects are pretty awesome. I mean, they're conservative because it's a pretty low budget film, but for what they were doing, for as simple as the effects were, they actually come off really, really good and really, really effective. There's not very many extremely gory scenes. I mean, like I said, it's not like Dead Alive where there's just constant gore. It's not even as gory as, like, it's comparable to maybe Night of the Living Dead, because it's very conservative because of budget, not because of, like, gore sensitivity or anything. It's hard to describe the comedy behind this one. It's a very generic comedy. It's not, like, childish or anything. I don't usually review or even watch comedic movies, so I don't judge them very well. But I mean, it made me giggle. It's a funny movie, but I think the zombie movie aspect of it is greater. It's not as scary as some horror movies, but I mean, it's a horror comedy, so you can't really expect it to be extremely funny or extremely scary. I would rank it up there with maybe, I don't know, in the Americanized version, which we all know is Zombieland, which is basically the Americanized version of the film, same basic premise with different characters and scenarios and everything. But I believe it's in its own way, it's equal to the film. I mean, it's not as special effectsy. It's not as quite as funny as Zombieland. It doesn't have the same sense of humor at all, and it's altered the persona quite a bit. I mean, Zombieland did altered the zombie persona, whereas sorry if I'm being confusing. I am really tired. It's 2 in the morning right now on Halloween, so you can imagine how confused I am. But as I was saying, the Zombieland kind of messed with the persona a bit, whereas Shaun of the Dead really keeps to the mythos behind zombies. They are slow, they are hideous, they are simple in terms of makeup and everything, and I just think they nailed the tradition hammer on the head. So overall, I give this movie a big thumbs up. It's a little bit hard to find, but it shouldn't be that difficult for you. You can find it at any like $5 bin at a Walmart or Target or something. And I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. It's a great zombie movie. I think you should check it out. Maybe not as either a comedy movie or a zombie movie, but if you like comedic horror movies, or you're a big fan of a good classic classic style zombie movie, you should definitely check it out. So that's all I have to say. So I'll see you later, peoples. Oh, watch out.